Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Now for this video, it's going to be another DVD review because I'd like to talk about a movie that I watched over the weekend. It's quite a rare movie actually. I'd never really heard of it until I was perusing Amazon and all the other sites and I came across it. Yeah, it's something along the lines of Children of the Corn, and that movie is called Beware the Children. I love that cover, guys. Yeah. Now, if you're not familiar with this movie, I'll just read you the blurb at the back and then talk a little bit more about it and give me thoughts on the movie as a whole. Yeah. Okay. So, these kids are not afraid of monsters. They are the monsters. Now, a small town is plagued by a group of children who become hypnotized with murderous rage by a doctor seeking revenge on their parents. It's just only got a couple of bonus features, guys. It's only got trailers and scene selection. It's a Wild Eye release, this actually. And it stars Michael Bradford, Noah Pearce, Jeff Fagan Jr. and Kimberly Taylor Fagan and Sarah Dudley. Yeah, executive producer, produced, written and directed by Kimberly Taylor Fagan. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to talk a little bit more about it and what I thought about it. Yeah, it's a typical kind of Kids on the Rampage movie, guys. You've got this this big fella with a beard. He looks like a biker, and he's in charge of this. Well, it's on the surface, it seems to be a sort of like a therapy clinic. And what he does, he gets all these kids together, the neighbourhood kids, and by the way, he's treating them. But it's only a pretext, really, for a darker intention. Because what he's doing, he's getting all the kids. He gives all the kids this drug in their drinking, and he hypnotizes them, and he makes them into murderous monsters. And what they do then, they go around killing their parents and other adults and that in the most gruesome ways imaginable. They use knives, they use hammers and so forth and that. And they walk around, they're all collectively vicious. And they walk around the neighbourhood taking adults out and that. Yeah, and some of the killings are pretty stomach churning and that, you know. But I won't give away too much about it in case you haven't seen the movie. It's a very low budget movie. You can tell it's been made on a low budget. And what I didn't like about the beginning as well, it's got this main kid at the beginning. He's just killed his mother with a hammer, and he's getting interviewed in this like asylum, prison kind of thing by the doctor. And as he's talking, this music comes over, and you can hardly hear what he's saying and that, you know. And you've got to really strain your ears to hear what he's saying and that. So I didn't like that. I'll just show you the back there, guys. One of the murderous kids there. Yeah. And as I say, it was very low budget. The picture quality was lovely, by the way. You know, it was a good picture quality. But it's something along the lines of Children of the Corn. It's just a run-of-the-mill Kids on the Rampage movie and that. And it just, as I said, just going around the neighbourhood taking the adults out and that. But this guy, and he's assisted by this woman, they've got this sort of like vendetta against the because like when the main fella, the fella who's running the clinic, he was a little boy, got bullied or something by the parents when they were young, so he's taking it out now on them he's using these kids sort of like to do his dirty work for him to murder the parents and that, and any other adults who stand in their way. But it's not really a scary movie. It's average. It's not great, and it's not bad. It's just average, yeah. So a rate on a scale of 1 to 10, I think I'd give it 5 out of 10. I don't think I'll be watching it again, so I'll put it on eBay, yeah. But it's entertaining, like, up to a point in that. It's not something like as your jaw dropping and that, you know. The kids are pretty vicious and that, and pretty psychotic. But I've seen movies like this before with killer kids that have been a whole lot better, you know. For instance, The Children, the one that was in the snowy set, I think it was made around about, the late 80s, early 90s, yeah, that was very good. And of course, Children of the Corn, but this is like an average kind of Kids on the Rampage movie, guys, yeah. Beware the Children, yeah. And you've got this, like, as well as having the kids slaughtering their parents and other adults, they sort of like peppered it with this, the kids are having nightmares and that, like, there's one lad asleep and that, I think it's the guy that killed his mother with a hammer, and he imagines these kids crawling into his house as if they're possessed, you know, their faces are all contorted and that, you know, a bit like Reagan out The Exorcist, their faces are all contorted, and he crawl into his bedroom and that's quite creepy, yeah. So they sort of like tied in a nightmare aspect with the kids, what they're having, with the sort of like the hypnotism by this phony, dodgy therapist, this child therapist and that. They say looks more like a biker than a therapist and that, you know, and he's pretty evil and that. And of course, the woman that's helping him and that, you know, he has the kids in the facility and that, and he gives them like cookies and milk and that, but of course he spikes their drink and that, of course, hypnotizes them, and that's why they become murderous monsters, yeah. But I must say, guys, the ending was a very downbeat one. I won't give away what happens, but I just after the end of it, I was shaking my head. I thought, what the bleep bleep, you know. What was going on there? Because it just sort of like ended abruptly. Yeah, I won't give away what happens in that, but it was very, very unsatisfying ending, guys. It really was. Yeah. I expected a good resolution to this movie and that after all what had happened, these murderous kids and that. Yeah, but I say if you like a movie with kids on the rampage, weird kids that murder and that, I think you will like this one, Beware the Children. Yeah, but I won't be going back to it, so I'll put it on eBay. Yeah, but it's a kind of again, it's one of those Marmite movies. You either like it or you loathe it. Yeah, I thought it was pretty average in that. Yeah. So I'm just going to give it 5. I'm going to give it a rating of 5 out of 10, guys. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's my review of Beware the Children. It's from 2014. Have you seen this movie? Did you like it? Leave a comment down below. Be very interested to hear what you thought of it. Yeah. Okay. So that's it then, guys. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Thanks for watching.